go back about 3 feet there. A little more. Little more. Very good. All right, excellent. The rest of you, please, come on in close over here. Don't worry, we only bite if you ask us to. You are a little too intrigued by that, my dear. My number is 555. No. Anyway, thank you all for coming on this fine day. My given is Kanji of Gordil, and welcome to the village of Anleigh. You have all traveled a dangerous land. For the last 3 years, great wars have stricken the world. We have hopes. We will be signing a peace treaty today that will bring these wars to rest. Thank you for joining us. Oh, and enjoy.
Wow. You folks are brave, waiting out here. Do you not know there's a war going on?
Are you kidding, Anleigh? Of course they know there's a war going on. This stupid girl. Hey!
Watch yourself, Boyd. Since your Uncle Garrett became captain of the guards, I am the new head servant. So if you cross me, I will have to put you in a dungeon.
Ha! You're 2 years shorter than me.
I am older than you, child.
By 3 years. That's the only reason why they gave you position of head servant and not me.
And do not forget my grace and intelligence.
Well, I guess you're right, Anleigh. Hey, look out behind you.
Hey! You little red-haired devil.
Red-haired, handsome devil.
I look trolled on.
Angry midget.
Enough, children!
Holy hell, Saran, why'd you do that?
Because when you've got it, flaunt it. And because your uncle and Lord Constable Gorgo approached, and I will not have you scrapping about like muckrakers.
I am so glad I do not have to be on the receiving end of that any longer. Greetings, Saran.
Hail, Captain Garrett. I trust all is well?
Well, as well as can be, considering.
Hey, old Garrett.
On. No point. Are you giving Anleigh trouble?
Yes.
No. You know, you've become so much more tolerable since you have someone else to badger now.
Yes, Captain. Boyd is positively hilarious to work with.
Don't you know it?
Are things ready for the welcoming ceremony?
Yes, Captain. Despite Boyd's best efforts, we are on schedule.
You're such a riot.
Don't you know it?
Good. Off with you both.
Yes, sir.
It is hard to believe that almost a year has passed since he's left us. You took it particularly hard.
Didn't we all? I always thought that if they had made me captain of the guard before this had happened, maybe he would still be alive.
No, do not dwell on that. There's nothing any of us could have done.
I just wish they could have caught the assassin. Damn that Mendax!
You mean King Mendax?
I will never call him that. That slime. We may not be able to prove that he planned this attack, but I know it was him.
Calmly, Captain. Things are already tense enough. Now, if you would not mind, these people are in a bit of an unsafe place.
Yes, of course. Lords and ladies, in a few moments, you will be entering the Shire of Anleigh, which was the starting point of the Grand War, and in keeping with the rules of combat, is acclaimed neutral territory, which means there will be no fights except in approved practice areas, which you will see on these grounds. Also, all weapons you might be carrying, blades, axes, maces. You intrigue me, sir. All weapons must remain peace-tight at all times while you're within these walls. Any violation of either of these rules will result in your immediate expulsion from the Shire of Anleigh, if you are lucky.
Yes. We wouldn't want to break any of your precious rules now, would we?
General Guillaume, the rules are in place for the protection of everybody, including your ruler, Mendax.
You mean King Mendax, Orc?
I would mean that if the slimely worm was worthy of such a title.
Your grievance is noted, Lord High Constable. Now, if you and the captain are finished monopolizing the new recruits, welcome to all the mighty warriors visiting from far and wide. Despite King Mendak's and Queen Mai's insistence that a treaty will be signed today, as General of the Northland contingent, I have learned to always be prepared. And 3 years of war have depleted our numbers. So, when you enter this sad excuse for a village, you will see recruitment stations for each of the nations of the world. Every man, woman, and child are welcome to attempt our stations to see if you are worthy to join the Northland contingent.
Or if you are not a barbaric fool. There are stations for the Kulain Allied Legion as well. We invite you to try all of the stations, for we are sure by the end of the day that you will make the right choice.
Yes, you can choose to fight for honor, strength, and glory. Or you could choose to fight for them. I will see you all inside.
Lord High Constable. Gorgle?
Captain, Harold, do whatever it is you do.
Lords and ladies, before you enter, are there any people out there that have purchased advance tickets while you were waiting? Excellent. The stalwarts. We ask you, lords and ladies, to please select the left aisle if you have made advance purchases, and make sure your bracelets are clearly seen so we can admit you with no problem. Those of you who have not yet bought tickets, please take the aisle to the right and have your method of payments handy. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, Captain Garrett. I'm sorry, one more moment, please. Please, lords and ladies, join us at 11:30 down at the Field of Honor at the bottom of the hill for our opening ceremonies. Until then, please enjoy all that the Shire of Anleigh has to offer. And welcome to the Midsummer Fantasy Renaissance Fair!
Huzzah!